We are witnessing an arbitration battle that is not just about millions, but about the very soul of the Detroit Tigers franchise. When a Cy Young winning ace demands a market rate, a record-breaking $32 million in arbitration, and his own team counters with a bafflingly low $19 million, the question isn't who is right, but rather, is the $13 million gap between Tarik Skubal and the Tigers a negotiation, or is it a calculated, unforgivable insult designed to drive the player away?
We must know what the ultimate price of this disrespect will be. Welcome to 605 News 1, where we dissect the numbers, the drama, and the cold, hard reality behind baseball's most explosive financial standoffs. Today, we're diving deep into the arbitration chasm, a gap so wide it threatens to swallow the greatest starting pitcher the Motor City has seen in a decade. Let's begin by stating the obvious. What the Detroit Tigers have done to Tarik Skubal is historic, and not in a good way.
The $13 million difference, nearly 20 billion Japanese yen, between Skubal's request of $32 million and the team's offer of $19 million is universally acknowledged by MLB insiders as the largest gulf in arbitration history. This isn't just routine salary squabbling. This is a foundational disagreement on the value of elite performance, and the numbers Skubal put up are staggering, demanding that $32 million figure.
Look at the tape. Back-to-back Cy Young finishes, an American League best 6.5 WAR for a pitcher, 195.1 innings pitched across 31 starts, and utterly dominant ratios, a 2.21 ERA and a .89 WIP. This isn't just good. This is elite, front-of-the-rotation, untouchable production. As one seasoned player agent, Mark Higa, put it to us recently, when you deliver a 2.21 ERA in the modern American League, you are not asking for money. You are collecting what you are owed.
Skubal's $32 million request is not only justified, it's arguably cheap considering he's on his last year before free agency. The Tigers are playing with fire. To understand the magnitude of this demand, let's talk precedents. If Skubal wins the arbitration case, that $32 million instantly becomes the highest salary ever awarded to an arbitration-eligible player, shattering the $31 million Juan Soto earned in 2024 and blowing past David Price's pitching record of $29.75 million back in 2015. The player is asking for an unprecedented sum because his performance is, effectively, unprecedented for a pitcher in this stage of arbitration. But we must anticipate the Tigers' argument, the cold, calculated logic of the front office. They would argue that arbitration is not about future free agent value, but about comparable past performance and limiting risk. You simply cannot hand an arbitration pitcher $32 million, argues veteran baseball analyst Gary Thompson. Pitchers are volatile assets. Skubal is 29, yes, but he is one elbow ligament away from a zero. The Tigers are offering $19 million, which is still roughly double what the average qualified starter earns, to protect the budget and force Skubal to accept a midpoint below the arbitration high watermark. This is where the argument sharpens and the refutation becomes necessary. While $19 million sounds generous to a casual fan, when compared to the value Skubal provides and the market benchmark set by players like Soto, it is a profound miscalculation that signals a lack of belief in their own star. The difference is $13 million, and the arbitration hearing, scheduled between January 26th and February 13th, operates on a binary choice, either $32 million or $19 million. There is no middle ground. The median target, $25.5 million, is the phantom line they will argue around, but the three-person panel must adopt one exact figure. If the Tigers had offered $27 million, we might call this a negotiation, but $19 million? That figure feels purposefully low, possibly designed to gain a psychological edge in the hearing, or, more darkly, to deliberately set the stage for a trade. The emotional weight here is heavy.
Skubal, a pitcher who was paid a mere fraction of that, $15 million, just last year, has expressed a desire to stay in Detroit through 2026. Manager A.J. Hinch recently affirmed this bond, saying he loves everything about Tarik
and that the ace should be proud to be a Tiger. Yet the financial action contradicts the heartfelt words. They agreed with 7 other arbitration-eligible players, but not Skubal.
This sends a toxic message to the clubhouse. Perform at a historic level, and we will still nickel and dime you to the extreme. As one NL scout noted, if I were Skubal, after carrying that staff for 2 years, I would feel absolutely betrayed. This isn't about maximizing future money. This is about demanding respect for work already done. If Soto got $31 million for half a season's work with the Padres and Yankees, Skubal's $32 million for 2 full years of Cy Young dominance is a bargain.
The central challenge here escalates into a dramatic climax, the potential trade. With Skubal entering his final year before free agency and the relationship arguably poisoned by this arbitration gap, trade rumors are swirling like a Michigan snowstorm. The Tigers insist they are open to moving "no one is untouchable," a cold, pragmatic stance that suddenly makes sense when viewed through the lens of this $19 million offer.
This massive, unprecedented gap might not be incompetence, it might be a sophisticated maneuver. The plot twist? By setting their offer so insultingly low, the Tigers are subtly telegraphing to potential trade partners that they view Skubal's retention as financially untenable, thereby potentially maximizing the trade return they can demand. They are creating leverage for a swap, suggesting, "We are willing to move him because we cannot afford to treat him fairly." The financial hardline of $19 million isn't designed to win an arbitration case. It's designed to secure a package of 3 or 4 top prospects, ensuring the long-term health of the organization at the cost of short-term stability and fan loyalty. Tarik Skubal, the man who brought pitching dominance back to Comerica Park, may have been earmarked for the trade block the moment he demanded the $32 million his performance warrants.
He has to hold firm. He deserves every cent of that $32 million. As pitchers' careers are notoriously short, he must seize this maximum earning potential now. If he wins, he sets a new standard for arbitration fairness. If he loses, the Tigers save a few million, but risk alienating every single star they hope to develop in the future. The outcome of this financial showdown will define the Detroit Tigers' reputation for the next decade. What do you think will happen?
Will the Tigers eventually pay the price for their negotiating stance, perhaps losing Skubal in a trade? Or do you believe they are justified in keeping the salary below $25 million? Let us know in the comments below. If you want more deep dive analysis like this, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to 605 News 1 for the absolute best coverage of baseball's biggest stories.